Good morning, good morning. I have 3 more women, black women artists who happen to be black to highlight. Yesterday's video was an experiment on a lot of things. It's not going in here. First of all, it's too thick. I'm too far to the end here, and that thick of a lump on this end is really going to throw things off kilter. I might put it in at the very end, at the end. Get it? The end at the end? I don't know. So, who am I highlighting today? Mickalene Thomas, mixed media artist, which they describe her as a painter of complex works. I'd rather be known like that. She did some really, really amazing, or she was born in 1971, so she's pretty young still. Mixed media, black women in their environments with lots of different layers. Cool. Love the colors. Betty Saar, S-A-A-R, born in 1926. She is still alive. Visual storyteller and printmaker. I love that. Visual storyteller. She does a lot of things in objects. Like here's a little teeny tiny old-fashioned, the way they were described, black lady in the old days in a little box with another lady here on the side that looks like, I don't know what era she came from. Really cool things she does. Here's tarot cards with a bunch of printmaking on it. She's also a visual storyteller and a printmaker, so that's kind of cool. And then Amy Sherald. Now, I did not know this. She was born in 1973 in Columbus, Georgia, which I have been to. She is a portrait painter, mostly women, and she rocks great glasses. But I've seen some of these paintings and over the years in bright, bold colors. But she was also the woman that did the famous portrait of Michelle Obama. Got a lot of flack for in certain audiences. I thought it was fabulous. Totally different. So let's see how we can put these down. It's crazy here. It is just crazy here. As soon as you think it can't get any worse, it gets a lot worse. 7,000 people were diagnosed one day in California on Wednesday. Now I realize, or Thursday, might have been, no, Wednesday or Thursday this week. I realize California has a gigantic population, but they've been pretty good about, ooh, I like this blue, closing down and wearing masks. That's one state that has been really good about telling its people the truth and making its people conform. But they've started to let loose a little bit. And I don't know. Let's do blues. 7,000 people diagnosed in one day. And we have our incredibly, you know what I heard somebody say? I have watched, Thursday I watched a lot of news. No. Wednesday I watched a lot of news. And I heard somebody say that our president is appealing to his fan base. And I'm like, but he's our president right now. He's not a reality star. But that made a lot of sense. Fan base. He could care less about our well-being or protection or evolving thought processes or anything like that. It's all about fan base for him. I'm like, that makes so much sense. If you don't know, every once in a while I do say this, what kind of person of art I am. I just kind of flub my way through it I learn what I learn from watching and learning and experimenting and whatever I might pick up on YouTube or whatever. I don't teach, I don't sell. I might recommend something if I like it. I'm not here for the dollars. I'm here for the fan. I want fans. I'm here for the friendships that I have formed around the world in doing this for many, many years. Well, 4 or so, 5 maybe. I do my videos every day because I'm learning by doing this, and I know YouTube or whoever the gurus would say that's completely wrong. The number crunchers would say don't do it every day. I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for them. I'm not getting paid. I'm my own sponsor. Sometimes my husband sponsors me. He just doesn't know it. Luckily, I'm able to be my own sponsor and just enjoy the friendships. So you won't see me hawking. I thought about making my own paper, and that I might hawk, and I'm not totally not going to do that yet. Now there's a hole right there, but I can fill it in. Like right there. I think since two out of three of these ladies were people that use strong color. I'm gonna put strong color on here. So yeah, I do what I like. I usually don't follow the rules. I usually don't know the rules. Just kind of do what I like. And that allows me a lot of freedom, I must say. And yes, my wash machine is going. Trying to kind of maybe add some tiny bit of clusters here. When they work. There. Never know there was a hole there. So I just do what I like. Right or wrong. Against the color palette or any of the above. I just do what I like. I think I have a wide variety of a background because I grew up in the San Francisco area, even though that was a long time ago. But I'm heavily influenced by that thought process still. And okay, I'm gonna put a 1 here so that I can kind of make a guideline. And I live in South Carolina, and that's a wide variety of cultures to a lot of people. I mean, no, that is a wide variety of cultures. I was in culture shock. Sometimes I'm still in culture shock. Sometimes they still get me. Trust me, South Carolina has come a long way since I first got here. I got here in 1980, and pretty much with a couple gaps here and there have been here ever since. It blows my mind that I have now lived here longer than I lived in California, by far. let's see. I've been away from home for 40 years. Ay, ay, ay. Most of it in South Carolina. I was in California I was only in California 14 years. I guess I have been here most of my life. I do not consider myself a South Carolinian. I've lived here quite a long time. This lady has a really cool face. Interesting. Lots of, I guess that's what happens when you're born in, what did I say? 1926. She's seen a lot, hasn't she? She was another part of the New York Harlem Renaissance too. That's an interesting era. It reminds me of sort of like how Greenwich Village was in the 60s, and all those artists came out of that era. Oh dear. And I might be completely off base when I say that, I don't know. All right, let's see if we can get this Michelle Obama portrait lady. I think I'm gonna trim her picture down a little bit so that she fits. All right, let's find another blue. I don't know why I went with blue. Just what the ozone told me to do. And then this blue scrap. That's from a Rhine River cruise brochure. It all works, people. I feel. See, the art gets along. We need to get along. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was listening again yesterday. Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man. If you want to listen to, it's on YouTube. If you Google that, you'll probably find him because he's everywhere right now. It is I don't know if he still plays football, professional football here in the United States, or if he's retired. Highly educated. Emmanuel Arojo, I think is how you say his name. Anyhow. Interesting. White people asking a black man questions about how they have had to live in the United States. And you can ask him anything. And he's highly educated. I think he has his master's degree in psychology. Something like that. I mean, just really educated. Ooh. This little Zen circle might find its way in here. Just because it says, I want to be in your page. Anyhow, very interesting, very well spoken. It doesn't hurt that one of his first guests that he had them asking him questions was Matthew McConaughey. An American actor here. He's from Texas. Matthew McConaughey is too. Okay. Well, let's see. Know if there's blue paper in here. No. Just looking for a scrap. Let's see how I can fit that in there. This is very fragile paper. from a children's book. It's not that old, but I think it laid out in the sun for a long time. Anyhow, that was super interesting to listen to. For Black Lives Matters information. I agreed with most of it. I wasn't so keen on his explanation of the rioting. But I haven't lived in those shoes, so. Okay, I'm gonna write this down. Micheline Thomas, 1971, painter of, I'm gonna run out of word, complex works. Love saying it like that instead of mixed media artist. 2, Betty, B-E-T-Y-E. I'm assuming that's Betty. Interesting spelling. Saar, S-A-A-R. I'm assuming that's right too. 1926. Visual storyteller. I love that too. And printmaker. All right, 3, Amy Sherald. And yes, Curti, I did some journals on famous South Carolina women and another one that was famous California women. I'll have to get those out. Maybe I'll find those and do a flip through tomorrow. Columbus, Georgia. Been there. Portrait painter. Namely, Michelle Obama. She was already famous. Then she painted Michelle Obama. Obama. Okay. I love these. I've listened, I've learned. I've come a few miles. I have a few miles to go. Look at those hands. Oh, he's the one that told me to do this, Miles Davis. Effect and effect. Change. All right, I got to put a little black heart in here. Black Lives Matter. I don't know what pen this is. I like this pen. It's just a regular old ballpoint pen, but I like it. And it's a stylist. Huh. Black Lives Matter. Ooh, I like all that blue. Cool. I still love that thing. Okay. Very cool. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. We only have a few pages left. Well, we only have a few days left. Because I'm going to do the positivity journal with somebody. I'm not sure who's behind all that. But I'm going to. Oh, Look what I did. I have Scrabble letters that I got at a garage sale somewhere for like pennies. I spelled out COVID. This is going in my Hobonichi. COVID. And this is a message to all these lives that I'm documenting in here. Thanks, peeps. And I couldn't find a K, so I put an X. So that's for my Hobonichi. This might be my next quilt. I'm also a quilt person. Anything fiber. Okay. I'm stalling. See you all tomorrow. I do think the last day I'm going to do a flip through of my Hobonichi, since it'll be the end of the first half. Now I'll be starting in July. And a flip through of this altered book. And those ladies. The last day of June is going to be a flip through. In silence. And then the first day of July will be, did I say the last day of July? The last day of June. Okay. See you all tomorrow. Bye. So, okay, let me think. Okay. 2 more days. I'm saving the last black artist. I can't tell you that. It's a surprise.